Me.
What's your hardest verse? Spit it right now.
My hardest verse is not Pete.
Ran away.
No. I'm good. I'm good.
No. OG, just know that me talking raps is you talking basketball. So we even on that tip.
Oh, we not. That's the thing. You ain't seen me go at it, and that's the thing.
So first of all, Artie is your boy from way back, and he's a coach. And he's a coach. So
back on episode.
Oh, you gonna throw Artie in this? Wow.
He justified no game from yours.
I never played with Artie, so we can't even go there. You know what I'm saying?
So that's your boy. You as cold as you are, and that's your boy. And he been hooping since he been hooping. And
yeah,
never hooped together.
We went give you a little history between me and him. We went to college together, and when I was leaving that school, he was really showing up. So when we used to hoop in the gym, he wasn't in the gym hooping with me when I was in there. So that's a whole different story, my brother.
Using that special gym, I know.
No, not really. But to be honest with you, I think like 2 years ago when they came, my homies came here like 2 or 3 years ago. We had plans on hooping because we talked so much shit, but it never fell through. So
okay.
So look, that don't mean I won't bust your ass. I'm gonna put that out there. Since you want to talk shit, that ass will get busted.
Yeah. We can set that up. I ain't even.
Speaking of talking shit, though. Speaking of talking shit, that's what we about to do right now. We about to get it going with episode 49, Money, Power, Respect of Mask Off. What up? I'm your host, Jake. Right up under me, the homie, Big Tone. What up, though?
Non-verbal.
For sure.
I felt that.
For sure. Right next to him is the young bull, Malachi. What up, though?
What's the deal? What's good? Yeah, my week has been a little weird, but I'm here, and I'm happy to be here.
For sure. And right above him is the man with the plan, ones and twos, Mr. President, El Presidente. Dan, what's up? All right, fuck it.
We on that type of time today.
This is that's what it is. Fuck
and
it.
How you feel, Jake? Talk to us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, come on, Jake.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool, man. I feel good. I feel great. We about to get it in on this episode. That's what was up. You know, so not too much. We all had a great week and I'm assuming we all had a great week and everything. But let's get right to it for with Malachi, the homie, Motivational Minute. Let's go.
Yes, sir. So today's Motivational Minute is about leadership. And with all these motivational minutes, I'm talking to you guys, but I'm also talking to myself, of course. I'm not excluding. So today's Motivational Minute is a quote that goes, "What you do has far more impact than what you say." I'm going to say that again. What you do has far more impact than what you say. So a lot of times we can say exactly what needs to be done. We can say exactly what someone else needs to do. And we can say how life goes. We can say all these principles of life. But until we truly implement them ourselves and put that action into use ourselves, it really holds no weight. You're only inspiring other people to shine fully in their light. But if you're not shining fully in yours, you got some introspective looking to do. And like I said, I'm talking to y'all and I'm talking to myself, and it's your Motivational Minute. Boom.
Word. Thank you so much, Malachi, for the infinite jewels.
As you how to say the right thing, man. You sure know how to say the right thing.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm just being transparent too, man. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like you always know. All right, I can only speak for myself. I know a lot of what needs to be done, what needs to be said, of the right things at the right time. You know, but when yourself need a word, when yourself is in a situation, you got to be able to pull yourself out of that situation on your own. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you standing on integrity. that's when you move in how you really need to move, because it's about you first.
Yeah. I mean, outside of your stuff too. I mean, that point makes sense because I mean, there's a thing where people are great at. People can give the best advice to like folks like based on what they heard or like what they've been told.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, like you can't take that same advice for yourself too.
Right.
I know, like for me, it's like that too. So there's like times where somebody might say like something that's like messed up inside. Well, not like bad messed up inside their life, but like something they're trying to work through.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, just do this, and this.
Right.
So I might have that exact same problem. I won't follow those steps at all.
At all. That'd be
Yeah.
the steps be the furthest thing from your mind. You be like,
A lot of people don't practice what they preach, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and some of that practice be based on ego. You know what I'm saying? Like,
OG, good point.
You I know in the past, I've had people say things to me, mainly be my lady. She said, you know what, you need to reevaluate what you're doing. And I'm like, no, you need to fucking reevaluate what you're doing. And then I take a moment to myself, and I realize, damn, she was right again.
Yes. You gotta swallow that pride.
And then I go back, and I've done it even on the show. I've going back, and I've called myself out and made an apology about something I said it did, and I got to backtrack. And I think that's the worst part about having a big ego. You hate going back, and you hate making that wrong right, because it should have been right the first time, but your ego wasn't permitted to be that way.
Good point. And ego, pride, all the same thing. And that's what hinders a lot of people. And I deal with pride on certain levels that I'm working on myself to get past, because when you walk in humility, like being a leader doesn't mean you're prideful. You rule with an iron fist. It's being humble enough to know that I'm in this position of power and that people are following me and they're looking at me to make good on the things that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And that marks a true leader when they can say it and do it at the same time. And get out of that pride, man. That's a good point.
Yeah. The also me, like it's hard for me to take it's hard for me when someone could be telling me like, hey,
don't say it's hard, say you're working on it.
Huh?
Don't say it's hard, say you're working on it.
No, you're right, correct. But like sometimes some like people would tell me to try to give me like constructive criticism or whatever, and I'll just be like, and I'll just take it as like man, this nigga going in on me, like that's some bullshit, and I'm like, I need to calm down, man. It's just calm down. That's all you gotta do. So, and that's like the ego shit and all that pride, and you know what I'm saying, just having my guard up all the time. I'm like, what's he? Wait, what do you mean by that? You say some fuck shit?
Yeah.
Say some fuck shit? Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So need to work on that. Like, just relax. You know what I'm saying? So that has a lot to do with pride, ego too. But yes, thank you for that motivational minute, Malachi. We're gonna keep it moving for the culture, my segment. And this week I want to talk about a dope trivia game I came across. So a while ago, like episodes back, I've talked to y'all about the Black Pack company, which is a cool company that sells like trivia games and playing cards that like represent us. They have like some playing cards with like African kings and queens on it. They have they sell Martin playing cards with characters of Martin on the cards and stuff. And now they just came out with a Martin trivia game. Yes, recently. So they just came out a Martin trivia game. This shit is dope. Scroll down a little bit. Scroll down some. And yeah, right there. That little is day right there.
Little is day.
Little is day. Yeah, but and I think this is dope. Like I said, like I'm a big Martin fan. One of my favorite TV shows all time. You know what I'm saying? Staple in the black community. Martin, everyone loves Martin. And the reason I just wanted to share this because like I've been to a lot of I've been to bar trivia quite a bit, and sometimes bar trivia tends to be very biased, culturally biased sometimes. So seeing something like this I'm just greatly appreciative of Martin trivia game. It's going if you play this during family gatherings or during the holidays, whatever, it's gonna be kind of lit. It's gonna be dope, and you just reminisce oh, I remember that episode when reenacted New Jack City and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's dope. So yeah, it's available on the blackpackco.com trivia game. I already ordered me one, and yeah,
how much was it?
It's
$34.99.
I did see that. That's what's
up.
Yeah.
So yeah, so make sure and just support this support Black Pack Code anyway, because this is dope. I just think it's dope. They just something so simple representing us goes a long way, you know, seeing us on playing card, African kings and queens on playing cards and shit like that. It's just dope. So yeah, thoughts on this, fellas?
I just wonder if Martin getting any kickback off this, because I know when his show kind of ended, he kind of went through a rough patch, and then just the last 5 years, he just really getting back in the limelight and he looking smooth in it. So I just wonder if he getting any kickback. That'd be awesome if he did. You know, I think this is great for him and the legacy that he has brought when it comes to African American culture. He brought a dope legacy, and this is a good way to remember it. I got all his DVDs, and I converted it over to Apple, but this would be a good collection. Good for the collection.
Actually, I believe Martin is getting some kickback from this because he actually promoted this himself in a video for the company. So
I saw he has the playing cards too. He had Martin playing cards as well. He was promoting.
Yeah. So he did. So yeah, I'm sure he's getting quite sure he's getting a kickback off of this.
But he ain't been doing too bad. I mean, he had the whole mix up with Gina. That was really it. But he been working since then. He did the Big Mama series. That's a check.
I mean, he went through a whole thing through Hollywood, and they smeared his name real heavy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
Gina. Yeah.
Not with Gina.
Oh, not that. Something else.
Yeah, something else, man. Do your research. They tried to say he had a breakdown and all that stuff. So do your research. It's out there. But I'm glad that on a positive note, this is working for him.
But it wasn't in result to that though. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna keep my mouth closed.
But yeah, that's for the culture.
Yeah, but that's dope though. That's dope. That's dope. Dope game. I would play that. I would play that game. Hey, ain't no shame in my game. You could zoom in again. I was wrong. Ain't no shame in my game. Keep it on me too. I like that shine. I eat it up. Yeah. Y'all see this face? Yeah, that's a shameless plug right there.
Let's go to the comments, please.
All right, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. But anyway, yeah, let's hit the comments. What we got in the comments, y'all?
Okay, I'm in the what's this? The Planet Ant comments, and we got
Facebook.
I think it's Facebook. Facebook with Tom Schultz. Say Tom in the house. Gang time.
Gang time.
Right.
Gang time.
Hey, yeah, there you go. There you go. You got to put game time.
I'm not putting his slogans on his face. Yeah, better.
Hey Tom, we trying to look out for you, Tom. You know Darren don't like anybody but us on the show.
Tom said, "I want to make a shameless plug for myself. I am humble as fuck." Then shout out to.
There's so many things wrong with that statement.
Yes, it is. Tom, you my guy, Tom, but that ain't how that works.
Shout out
talking about pride and ego being a bad thing, and that's your comment.
Tom said I'm humble as fuck.
Well, the follow up with that, he says, "I'm going to make a shameless plug for myself on this topic. I am humble as fuck. I have zero ego." So he doubles down on that. So also Jennifer Horn. Shout out to Jennifer Horn. She in the building. She says, "Hey guys." Tom also says Martin Trivia Game. That's amazing. Jennifer saying, "Hell yeah." He said also drop that link in the chat. Graham Leslie's here. He says, "Team Tom, but no slogans." And shout out to Tam White. She in the building. Happy Friday, gentlemen. Happy Friday, Tam, to you.
Thank you, Graham, for finally protect the show in the comments, y'all. Thank you, Graham. For...
Hey, game time. I'm with you.
I need a team, Graham.
We got DJ Touch. She in the building as usual.
DJ Touch in the motherfucking building. Shout out to DJ Touch.
She said, "Good evening." What it do, DJ Touch? Then we got in our YouTube chat, we got your favorite boy, Dan. We got your home skillet biscuit. Von Wink, he said 3 weeks to a year. I don't know what that's on. According to the Federalist Papers, no one can be a fit judge of his own situation.
He back on that bullshit. He disappeared, then he come back with the dumb shit.
He's talking about you can't be a good judge. Like stuff like you can't give your own advice like to yourself.
I disagree with that. I feel like it's hard to, because it's, pride gets in the way when you talk to yourself, but it's possible. Like, it's possible. You have to honestly have conversations with yourself though. Yeah, say them out loud. Like, man, why are you feeling like this? I don't really know. And then you got to talk through it with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And be honest with yourself.
They got medicine for that shit too.
Nah, if you talk through it, you won't need the medicine though. You know what I'm saying? Some people are only looking for someone to tell them what to do and don't care if their chosen leaders are following their own advice for being hypocritical.
That's true.
He said, "What's the over under? What's the over under on how many times the word dope is going to come up this week?"
Well, sure. Back and at it, man.
Yeah,
I feel like he might be on to something too.
He lighting it up.
He might be on to something.
He came back. Yeah. Dope will be said a lot. It's not this episode.
It's out of this episode. It's gonna be a lot of dope shit.
It's gonna be a lot of dope. Hey, give us a counter, Von Wink. We know you like to do that. Count it up for us. I say over 20. I give it over 20.
I'm doing my best not to say the shit this weekend. If he gonna do that, I'm gonna do my best not to say it.
That's what we got rocking though.
I'm gonna say it more.
Right, me too.
Also, before we go, I just want
to begin with.
I thought this was funny. I wanted to say this before we go. First of all, Tam says, y'all looking like if the original Boyz II Men had more flavor.
Hey, Boyz II Men. I don't know what he said.
ABC, BBD.
Hey,
what was that?
You show your age, son. You show your age.
Hey, I'm good to be the young bull, man.
He said DDD.
Boyz II Men, ABC, BBD. That's what it is.
BBD?
Yeah. Belle Biv DeVoe.
Belle Biv DeVoe. ABC, another bad creation.
Yeah, Mike Bivens from Belle Biv DeVoe discovered them.
Oh,
you gotta do the research, baby.
I ain't doing research on that, OG. Chill out.
Gotta do the research. That should be
yeah, you always saying
the word of the week. The research.
Do your research.
Yeah, he said
do your research.
He said your research like 10 times already.
Instead of OG just saying a quick line of the fact, like it'd be one fact. Just like, no, do your research. It's just one sentence. Like you can boil down what happened in one sentence. Like, do your research.
Do your research. They look it up. Mike Bivens discovered Boyz II Men. That's it.
That's it. Do the research.
Search.
Just type in ABC. What is it? DVD.
I don't want you to be somewhere and you say that shit again.
ABC. Hey Siri, what does ABC DDD mean?
You gang raped that whole verse.
The whole verse, or was that the ending
The
tag?
little joint, little tag.
Man, but the thing about me is I am not afraid to look ignorant. So I'm gonna say the stuff that I feel like it is.
You just following up off your motivational minute, bro.
Yeah, man. I just said I'm not scared to not know, is what I mean. That's what I mean by ignorance. I'm not scared to ask or to say something that's wrong. You know,
and if you get corrected, he is like, all right, I got corrected.
I'm cool with that. Yeah,
that's what happens.
Yeah.
Everybody don't know everything.
Players mess up too. You feel me?
Yeah. So cool. Let's keep it moving though to our group discussion for this week. So we talk. Excuse me. We talked about
right.
What?
Come on, Jake. You know what's up.
Wait, what happened? Why y'all saying that?
Group discussion.
Oh, my bad. Damn.
Group discussion.
This was supposed to be you, but
You're right.
Thank you, Tom.
I started doing it on my hosting days.
I don't do that.
Yeah, he don't do that. So, you know, I feel like Daniel's trying to make you do what I do. God damn it, El Presidente.
He hosting.
Jake said, I don't do that.
Segment. I mean,
maybe I should have my own thing. Maybe I should have my own thing. Maybe I should have my own thing. I'll work on that.
Jake said, yeah, but I don't do that.
I don't do that shit. Like, what you want me? I'll come up with my own thing. I ain't gonna
hold the fuck up, because I didn't like the way that sounded. I don't do that shit.
Right.
No, that's not shit. That's me introing the group discussion.
Hold on, motherfucker. I'm the one who said, I was the first person to say, I like that you did that. They was kind of hating on it at first, the first time you did that shit.
But you just said, I don't do that shit.
Damn, with the cuts. I see you with the cuts. You're like, yeah, you right.
You peep gang. Daniel low-key instigating. You know what I'm saying? He low-key instigating.
You know a nigga instigating when he don't say nothing, he just nod hard and you be looking back and forth.
Okay.
Right.
Oh shit.
All right, let's get it popping.
All right, yeah, let's get it popping. So some episodes back we talked about hip hop in our 73 to Infinity episode. This episode we want to get into the business side of hip hop and the impact on the culture and everything. So this week we're gonna talk about hip hop as far as like how like record sales and streaming, how that's impacted the culture. Talk about like keeping like you know what I'm saying, staying true to the culture versus being mainstream, and also some of the biggest entrepreneurs came from hip hop. So we're gonna talk about that. And the first thing we want to talk about is like streaming. Streaming is that's taken over the whole music industry pretty much. But it's made a lot of stars in the hip hop culture. I'm gonna shoot this to what? Well, go ahead, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah. So streams have made like a lot of new stars, a lot of SoundCloud like rappers did like make it big from it. So like they got a lot of fame from it, got a lot of stuff on social, but there's not a lot of cash in streaming. Like they don't really get paid like they used to. So and like they used to is questionable too. I'll toss that one to you Tone and Jake there as to. There's been a lot of horror contracts from the start of hip hop to like we saw inside the TLC documentary, and like we've continually saw it where people get fucked. So yeah, with streams they found new ways to do it, but that's been here since the start of it, right?
Streaming, but it wasn't popping like it was now. And
record sales?
No, streaming.
Oh yeah.
Streaming, and that's what has transitioned from people buying physical CDs to just stream that joint. And there's a lot of platforms, like you said, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube. They have created a lane for independent artists. That's what I can say. Is that it's created a lane that you don't have to wait on a record label now. You just get in the booth, lay your track down, and boom, you throw it up on Spotify. You throw it up on YouTube. Throw it up on something I just said. Yeah, Spotify, YouTube. Anyway, SoundCloud. Yeah, SoundCloud. So it gave it gave a lot of power to independent artists.
That's true.
Like you take Young Dolph, for example. He's a major independent artist, and he came up by just posting his stuff. You feel me? Just posting it, and then eventually you pop, and then you get that buzz because artists they get with a record label because of the money that they can put up front to produce the album and the recognition of the being signed to that label. But if you get enough streams on your own, if you generate enough traction on your own, enough publicity on your own, you can pop by yourself. And then boom, somebody book you for a show. Then boom, that's 5,000 extra people that know you now. They going to the crib streaming your songs. They may never physically put money in your pocket, but you still getting that residual pay. So
all that popularity leads to like the touring, and that touring, that's where the real money comes in. That's how most like artists make all their fucking money, the touring. Tone, anything to add to this?
I feel like when it comes to streaming, this is really part of the digital age, and a lot of people that really benefited from this mainly is turned into the digital babies. And I've recently been watching like this thing on National Geographic. It's called Genius with Aretha Franklin, and how she was she told her story how she got her own publishing and all this stuff and her credits and everything like that. And I think today with streaming, that helped. That was a big issue they used to have in the past, but a lot of it doesn't transpire like that today with streaming because of the fact that you become your own marketing tool, so to speak. So you learn how to become the business without the business gang raping you, and you negotiate with them and have to go with a big label. And I think that's the struggle today a lot of the big labels have with being an artist. You know, are they going to be independent? Are they making more being independent or making more with us? Or, you know what I'm saying? So it has put the industry in a weird position like NBA. You know what I'm saying? That industry has put players at the forefront of making their own independence. And I think this is the same thing what streaming has allowed artists to do, put themselves in the forefront instead of having somebody represent you. You represent yourself. You would control your entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm. It was a white artist that was talking about this, that he pretty much fronted all the money that he
This sounds like Russ.
Russ, yes. I could see his face, but I couldn't get his name. But he talked about how he just did it. You know what I'm saying? He recorded the track. He's just talking about how artists spend all this money on producing a song. He said he bought all the stuff himself and just started doing it himself, and just been putting it on the streaming platforms. And like I'm saying, the streaming platforms, they give you this national platform automatically. You feel me? Like anybody can go on Spotify. So if you just so happen to be on Spotify and you check out a dope artist, like, man, this artist dope. You know what I'm saying? And so it's this guy I follow called he got a group called Group 82, and he teaches artists on how to be independent and have their own music. And I never heard of him as an artist, but I see what he's doing and the streams that he has. He was like, he made like #1 on iTunes one time. I never heard of this guy. So now he teaches independent artists how to be independent, put their music on these streaming platforms, and get their own bag. So,
and kind of the flip side of this, I talked about this with Anita Baker last week about how she's struggling with being able to get her own publishing and her own rights to her own music because the label own that shit and they streaming her music and she's telling people to stop streaming her music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, this is for the culture. It's for the artists. And I know we talking about hip hop, but we talking about music in general. Like, yo, if your favorite artist is not getting the residuals from something that they did, that's a problem. You know what I mean? So it's a flip side to the streaming thing. It's used as a tool for the record label. It's used as a tool for the artist. You know what I'm saying? And when those two don't intertwine and connect on what the business is supposed to be, streaming takes a weird position in either the sales go up for streaming or the sales go down. Because really, this is what the digital age is. No one got no CDs and no LPs anymore. Everything is pretty much done off what you stream off not social media, but off the digital platforms that they have.
Yeah. This new stream world too. Like you always saying, it does lead to more people. Like the people who succeed in it are the ones who think of themselves as like a full brand, and like they work to like go towards that too. But like there are still folks that just like care about the art there too. So like there are people that just they rap well or they sing great or they got the look, they got the flash in that, and they just want somebody to like help them build that too. And then like that kind of leads to, all right, what should that person do? Should they just stick like straight to solely their art, or like should they start to hear the church hurts inside their ear to like go mainstream or like go pop and all of that?
Well, yeah, speaking of that, one thing we do want to talk about is, staying true in hip hop, staying true to the, like the culture versus going mainstream. That's a big thing. That's a major thing. That's like trouble in hip hop, like your street cred and, like all these guys, they, what I'm saying, staying true to the culture, pretty much like talking about actual things, important things, and like in the community and consciousness and stuff like that, versus just making hit records. You know what I'm saying? That's just and hit records that talk about a lot of party and bullshit and stuff like that. So that's one thing. That's one big issue within the culture. I'm gonna shoot that. Dan, you got something to say?
Not much, but there was still just talking about trying to stay true versus go pop. That's a constant back and forth. I personally think the best one is learn how to do both, but trying to do both is like really hard to do. The one name that like pops up for me is Wiz Khalifa. Like as soon as he made that Fast and Furious track that like stayed at the top of the charts for like the whole year, I haven't heard anything from him since. Wiz has been gone since he did See You Again.
No, he been dropping singles. He has been dropping singles. He did a track with FDB Pac-Man. He did a track with him. He did a track like a few months ago that's the numbers look pretty good on YouTube. So he been dropping singles. No projects, no mixtapes or albums, but he been dropping singles. But I know what you mean. Like once you swerve into that pop lane, it puts you in a different category though. You know what I'm saying? Because more people like that sound. It's like, wow, look at you listen to this guy. They may not go back and listen to all his rap stuff, but that's another person that they can now connect to, which is another dollar for them.
No, really, that boils down to money making. When you just got black people listening to your stuff, it's just black people listening to your stuff. But if you can cross over, that's really what it is. And you got white people, Asian people, you got all these other people listening to your stuff. That's where the real money come in. Let's look at a prime example. Let's look at MC Hammer. MC Hammer, when he was talking about some pump it up, get to, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. But once he talking about, he started going nationwide, you know what I mean? He started getting commercial deals. He started getting a cartoon. He started getting all these things that was going on with him. You know what I mean? And he struggled with getting back to his main audience. And I think one of the worst things that he did was make the song Pumps in the Bump. You know, and it's like it was a big reach for him to try to get back to his hood sense. You know what I'm saying? After he went super pop. You know what I mean? But when you get that check, you start thinking about it. Like another one would be Nelly and Country Grammar. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Nelly was like that too, and then he started going pop, and and then you can get a stigmatism of you can get stagnant in a spot where you just constantly a certain sound. You know what I mean? And he was a certain sound. LL Cool J, a certain sound. He went from being super hard to being Mr. Hey Lover. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Jake.
One thing is that like there's kind of artists that kind of like that are street but then they're kind of good at riding both lines. You know what I'm saying? Riding each side of the line or what? I don't know what the fuck. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what the saying is, but like one thing, like I don't know how accurate this was, but I remember watching the Notorious movie, and like Biggie, like in the movie, Biggie originally did not want to rap on Juicy or whatever because it sounded too poppous on the week. Like I think the line in the movie that it said was like, if I spit this shit, niggas gonna be laughing at me or whatever. And Puff was like, if you gotta have like a sound that like reach the masses or whatever. Other than that, you're gonna be a broke bum ass rapper, a broke bum ass mixtape rapper. That's what he said, and it was right, and and it was kind of great, you know. What kind of great was dope. Like I said it anyway.
Dope count.
Yeah, it was, but it was like Big had like a lot of hit records that were kind of pop records like Juicy, Big Papa, and One More Chance. But then he'll hit you with the street records like Give Me the Loot, Machine Gun Funk, Warning, and then Everyday Struggle, like stuff like that. And even on the pop records, you could hear Big having like the that street consciousness on those records, those hit records as well. So that's what Big was good at. Big was great at that. Big was over there, and he probably wouldn't have did that without Puff. Though.
Yeah, that's a real good point, man. And the Baby is one of the hottest artists right now, and he did was it him or Lil Baby? They did a record with somebody with a white girl, like a singer, and I was like, wow, this is interesting. But it showed like they artists do that. And I remember Gucci came out one of like Gucci's last 3 albums. It had like a pop feel to it, and me and my brother we talked, huh?
You said who?
Gucci.
Yeah.
I think it was not I don't know the name of it. Anyways, it had like a pop feel to the whole joint. And me and my brother, we talk music every so often. And so I asked him, did he hear it? And he was like, yeah, I heard it, but I didn't really like it. It had that cool vibe because my brother like hard hip hop, And I was like, yeah, but I sort of liked it because it was different. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is important to kind of play both lanes authentically, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I think too, it's hard to play those both lanes because some things will roll over and some things don't. Like,
right.
I'll give you an example when Bone tried to do it. You know what I'm saying? They went from East 99 to If I Could Change the World, some shit they was doing, and they lost. They lost their whole they lost their whole support. You know what I mean? And I'm like, come on, man, just get back to the grimy shit you do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Do you? But you gotta wonder too, like, if you doing all this grimy shit, is it really going to make them sell records like that, or is it only going to be in a certain demographic? You know what I mean? So,
but it's all about just going like touching on those tracks, but then going back to your joint. So you got you touching all It's like you can't swerve over into that lane and then get comfortable. Like, hey, y'all, we turning pop. Like,
yeah,
man. Because of the pop world, nobody really has like a real fan base inside pop. That's just a place that you go to like make the cash, but then you got to go back to your main fan base.
yeah.
I think Flow Rider got that main base. Well, that's Flow Rider lane all day. Akon,
Black Eyed Peas is the biggest pop switch.
Exactly.
I don't know why.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
They went from that's the joint, that's the jam. You know what I'm saying?
I got a feeling.
Yeah, you can even.
Where is the love? All that shit.
I don't know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think Outkast was full hip hop, or they kind of swerved into some pop too?
Don't play with them, man. Don't play with them. Don't play with them. Don't disrespect and play with them, bro.
Outkast always. When Andre did, hey y'all, I was like, this was expected. I was like, that did not surprise me.
But that wasn't really pop to me, though. To me, that wasn't pop to me. That was always him going in a different realm within that group. That's how I felt.
I didn't say it was pop. I didn't say that was him being pop. That was
I'm not saying that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I am.
But like, yeah, that motherfucker is. But like,
because you got to think about the vibe of it and where it's played. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't just played on hip hop joints. That joint is on. You feel me? Like that's you hear that at the game. Hey, like that's pop.
But you know, there's a lot of there's artists who they stay true to like their sound and stay true to like their niche or whatever, and it works for them, and they just create and they just have a fan base, respectable fan base. One group that's done that is Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang, they have a very strong, loyal fan base, and they like people. They still like they tour and they're known all over the world, and they weren't super pop. They weren't pop stars at all. But you know what I'm saying? They just was dope. They just I said it again. Said it again. Go ahead, Tom.
Don't check. But I think one of the big things with Outkast, if you look at Andre, if you look at Goody Mob with CeeLo, those were the lanes that they were paving within that group. They were always the person in the group that was a little bit different with the sound. So it was certain things you was expecting, like Jake said, you was expecting him to do some out of whack stuff compared to what that sound was at that time. So I agree with Jake. I was totally in line with what he was doing. And matter of fact, I knew this was a certain type of thing that he was going to be into because he was just climbing in his progression as far as an artist.
Creativity. But just because y'all liked it, are y'all saying it wasn't pop though? It didn't have a pop sound or pop feel to it?
It wasn't. It became a pop song because everybody fucked with it, like black, white, whatever. Like it became pop. It wasn't him. It wasn't him compromising who he was. That's
but I'm not. But you can go pop without compromising. Just because you don't you stick true to your sound, it still can be pop, and that's what I'm saying. That song to me has a pop vibe, even though it's still Outkast. If that makes sense.
It's still. There's nothing wrong with going pop. It's not terrible, but I'm saying
that's what I'm trying to get y'all to realize.
We said at the top was that the best ones know how to do both. But when you say somebody pop like that, there is like a bad kind of because there's the whole selling out part of pop too, where it's like somebody's kind of trying to chase a sound where it's like this new sound is hot, and they start to chase that and like just change their whole sound to like what's the newest thing, and it's like all right, that's you're not true to yourself there. What we were saying with like, hey, y'all, is that was like. That was Dre, like that was true to them. So, yeah.
But it still was pop. I'm not saying they switched to try to make it pop or try to switch the game, anything. But that song has a pop vibe to it. It's got a popular. It's got a pop feeling to it.
That's true.
I'm just saying you strictly go off the tone of the song, the vibe. It ain't a hip hop jamming beat. It's a pop song. One thing I do want to say is about my favorite rapper, Currency. He's not really regarded in the main light. You know what I'm saying? He's basically an underground rapper. He's like one of the biggest underground rappers ever, really. you know, and he had a few tracks that went mainstream. Like he had a track with August Alsina and Lil Wayne, and they never really jumped. You know what I'm saying? They never really popped. But Currency does that on purpose. He doesn't want to be in that main light. He wants to stay true to who he is. But at the same time, if he hopped on a couple of these,
wait. So
I'm not saying
that's a shameless plug, bro. That's a shameless plug.
Flops on purpose, like
no. What I'm saying is, there's a way to be yourself, get yourself in the mainstream light, and still hold true to what got you in the game. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I think Currency is no different than XXX Tession or whatever, and all these other rappers where it's a cult following. He has a cult following. Like, really, if you don't really know Currency, you wouldn't know Currency. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people
No.
A lot of people don't, bro.
No. Real hip hop fans know Currency. Every time I talk to somebody and they're like, "Who your favorite rapper?" Currency. I can tell their amount of hip hop knowledge if they know Currency or not. So let's do that.
You talking about that's their level of hip hop knowledge if they listen to Currency?
No, not even listen. I'm not saying listen, but just know about him. Oh yeah, I know Currency. He started out with Cash Money. Like it's that type of thing. I'm not saying you don't know nothing about it if you don't know. But he did have a line in one of his songs. He said my fans complain about me not having mainstream love, but I send them a picture of my Ferrari next to my. I didn't mess this whole thing up.
I just say he has a cult following because of the fact that at the end of the day, he stays true to his artistry. He doesn't do pop hits, right? Right. So because he doesn't do pop hits, he stayed boggled in a specific lane.
I see what you're saying, and I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Pop hits, but they just didn't pop off. So it's like,
yeah, because that song I was talking about, it had a pop vibe, so it was like an R&B type song, and it didn't. It was straight. I didn't even personally like it. I like his verse.
That's not. Yeah.
But he said, send him a picture of my Ferrari next to my Lamborghini. Let him know that I'm doing fine. So he basically is like, look, I know I'm not mainstream, but I'm getting enough money and I'm good, y'all.
First of all, before we disappear, I want to say shout out to Yada in the building.
Hey, Yada. Hey, one more thing too for Jake and Tone. Do y'all say that like what Mace did was that pop to y'all?
I wasn't a Mace fan.
You said Mace?
Yeah, Mace.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, it was pop. It was pop, but it wasn't him trying to be pop. That was just him being a Harlem nigga, the jiggy shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought.
I thought that was just marketing from Puffy.
Yeah, that was mainly.
I think Puffy marketed him to be that way.
That was that bad boy shit. That was the bad boy.
Do y'all think Bad Boy was popped in? And please note that Biggie was a part of Bad Boy before y'all answer.
I think what made them have street credibility was Biggie. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't have Big in the locks. If they didn't have that, you know what I'm saying, it would have been a different type of story.
That's what Puff wanted to do. He wanted to do that. He wanted to make pop hits and jams that you can play at barbecues, family reunions. That's what he wanted to do. So yeah. But he it wasn't completely pop, but you know what I'm saying, it rode that line or whatever. I don't know.
When it comes to folks that we like, we be making all sorts of excuses.
But that's what he wanted. I mean, all right, man. All right.
Not really poppy because it's like
all right, motherfucker. Whatever. Look, what we got in the comments, man?
So I don't know what's going on with the Planet and
Facebook.
Planet and site. I don't know what's going on with that, but the Facebook, but in the Planet and YouTube page, our buddy Von Week has been added. You know, he's been consistently saying stuff like on a 9/17, 9/19, 9/19, 9/28, 9/31. and he's the only one out of 4 people that's in there who is going hard. I'm gonna give you a couple of things that he's been saying. He said, "You're also biased in your own favor." I guess he was talking about Malachi. I'm not sure. 40, but someone else will have to count it because I haven't been counting. He talked about dope. He says 52 weeks in a year. This is episode 49. Interesting. Von Wink also goes to say, "Are you really a?" Hold on, I want to hit a couple spots. Are you really a major artist? If you had to tell people that you're a major artist, he says, the stuff that sells is what finances the lifestyle, and whatever causes the artist choose to support. He comes at you directly with this statement. Jake, Notorious is a movie. Your assumption should be that it's fictionalized. Movies are intended to be history books.
Well, I said before I fucking said that, I said I don't know how accurate this is, but it makes sense because Puff has said that in interviews before, not particularly about that moment, but about the sound and the music he wanted to make. So
one more quick thing. He came at Malachi too. He said, "Doesn't Malachi using knowledge of currency a limited test display biased toward currency?"
You know what? We haven't said this in a while. Fuck you, Von Wink. Fuck you.
Hello, brothers.
Conspiracy brother.
Yes. How you guys doing today?
We're good, man. We're great.
Sorry. Told y'all I'm working on myself.
What you got for us today?
Yeah, I see that you guys are talking music. It's funny that you can talk music without me, the conspiracy, but how can you talk music without me? I am the self-proclaimed GOAT. Now, I'm not an artist. I am not a rapper. I can say that now. I do have bars, though. Not prison bars. Because my eyes are open. But I, myself, have created a label. Yes, I have my own recording label. Some people call it a record label. I call it a recording label because that's what we do is record. We don't have records. We just record. Anyways, down at Conspire ENT, which is the name of my label, we record. So you come in with this label, we putting bars down, right? All bars. And they getting laid. The bars are getting laid like gold. Because all we do is fire. Like this flame.
When do we know Bobby bars?
See, I'm actually going to reach out to Bobby Bars to sign him to my label because what I noticed in this music industry, there's a lot of evils. And if you put a D in front of that, it means devils. There's a lot of devils in this industry. And they try to prowl and conspire on black artists. And they try to exploit these black artists out of their money, out of their streamings, right? So they don't get the same proper due money that they are supposed to receive. You got Aretha Franklin, one of the GOATs, a legend. Rest in peace. Been in Shane Park yesterday. Rest in peace. So because she's such a legend, she is asking people to stop streaming her songs because she ain't getting paid. So me, I said, look at this. This is a hypocrisy. This is a straight democracy. This is a straight hashology.
Tom, please correct them on who you were talking about last week. I don't think you're talking about Aretha Franklin. I think you're talking about Anita Baker. he was talking some good shit right there, though. He just kind of lost it.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed in you, bro.
He had me. He always had me, but then he says some bullshit that like totally loses me all the time.
He was so close. He was so close.
He never like locks me in, but he always loses me with some bullshit. But whatever. Shout out to Conspiracy Bird, where the fuck he went, or where the fuck he be coming from. Anyway, let's hit our quick hits. These quick hits. Let's talk about this whole ass nigga Derek Jackson, relationship guru, exposed for serious cheating on his wife. Tone, go in on this nigga.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. This dude is a complete joke. I used to see him on Facebook, and I used to be like, you know what, whatever, dude. You know what I mean? And the information he would give the women, you know, it was information that these women they flocked to, because what it did was give them this false reality that he's this great dude, and it's a lot of great dudes out here. I'm not discrediting that, but this dude is definitely not one of them. You know, he got caught up with being a serial cheater. He'd been cheating for some time, for 12 years, he said. So, what you said?
Oh, I missed the 12 years part.
Yeah, he been cheating for 12 years apparently. And the bro, he went and started talking about, you know, him and his wife. This was something in the past that they got through. Apparently, the side joint was coming out, and she was about to expose him. So you know how they do. They say you need to get in front of this before someone else has the narrative. So he came out with his wife on they did like a little not a show, but they went Facebook Live, and that's her with the bonnet on and whatever. And he basically. Yeah, he basically was pretty much saying how he did some things and they worked through it together. So then this dude doubles back and do a reaction video of him and her doing this video. And then he started talking in third person like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't really necessarily think that this guy has something to work on, but he got a lot to work on because he admitted the things that he did, so he's holding himself accountable. And I'm sitting there like, damn, nigga, you talking about you? How you gonna third party yourself in this thing? So I think he's a nut, super noodle. I feel horrible for the lady because there's no reason why she shouldn't be in this. You know what I'm saying? When he did all his other videos, I never seen her, but now the nigga got caught cheating. He paraded her out there. And I think in some cases, some women want to be seen too. This could be a case where she wanted to be seen to let all them women that he cheated with, bitch, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. He's a super noodle. You know what I mean? He's a nut. He's a super noodle, and I'm not with him. You know what I mean? But this also goes to that thing we was talking several weeks ago about how when we put a lot of emphasis on these influencers, what they do, they either let you down, they build you up and let you down. And this is a common case of that.
Good point.
This also goes back to what Malachi was saying earlier, when you gotta like make your own advice and shit. This motherfucker literally did not practice what he be preached to all the people that follow him. Let's keep it moving.
She had to wear that bonnet.
Next joint. Colorado shooter, another crazy motherfucker, super noodle. Dan, you want to take this one?
Yeah, so most of the time, like around this time, when it starts to get warm, you know, like the right wing and Fox News like to talk about, oh yeah, the Chirac is about to start to shoot up again because it's warm. Well, right now it's warm and it looks like the dudes with the big machine guns are back out again too. This was the second like mass shooting in like two weeks. 2 weeks here. This one was inside I want to say a shopping like store. killed 10. This is hard to keep up with, because it was like there was just because they were back to back there. The main news point that they're trying to make is like they're trying to say that we need to put like this new ban on guns, and like we need to really talk about our gun control stuff again. And yeah, sure, we can talk about that. But I mean, like they say with those kids in Iraq, well, we're just going to leave the bad guys with the guns. This is going to start to look like we're just going to leave the white folks that want to shoot up places with the guns too. I mean, we have to confront the fact that these are just white terrorists going around the U.S. and just trying to shoot up the place and trying to destroy the place. Like last year during a lot of the protests, during a lot of the when we were talking Trump, like I made a point of just saying like, yo, white folks will destroy this place just so nobody else will have it too. And this is what you're seeing again, is they will shoot up the place. I don't know, just so it's, who knows why? Like there's no like purpose behind this stuff. And it's, yeah, we have to confront that. Just confront that. Like let's stop trying to hide behind the rest of other stuff and just confront the white terrorist part of it. Yeah, Tom?
Yeah, I want to make this point and we're going to move on. I just want to point out that, you know, I was in a Facebook thing when they was doing the Boulder, Colorado news conference, and they made a point to say that he wasn't a white guy. He was an Arabic guy. But my point to this is if you are not a black person, you identify with being white. And in most cases, they identify with being white. So a lot of these practices, they did the same thing with him, where they said that he got mental health issues. They didn't talk about anything. They hid a lot of shit. But if your ass is black, number one, your ass would have been shot dead. And number two, they would have talked about his whole rap sheet, the time he got bullied in school, and he fucking got peed on, and he went back and fucked somebody up after he got pissed on. He threw shit at a nigga because they threw piss at him. You know what I'm saying? They would have told all that.
All that.
Yeah, plus,
they don't know the most with this guy.
Yeah, let's state the fact that that they learned that he's not white, but that's a whole thing too. But they learned that he's not white once they got him inside jail. While they were there, while they had the gun inside his hand, the guy showed who looked like a white guy. So like they treated him as such.
Yeah. Freeze. Is he black?
Yo, you know what? I can't stand the fake outrage too. When you mention stuff like this, white people now are doing, come on, man, that's the stuff that's stopping us from being together. When you point out shit that they do, they throw it back at you, talking about you're being the racist. No, I'm bringing light to the shit you do. That's what it is.
But let's hit our next quick hit. LeBron sprained his ankle, gonna miss 4 to 6 weeks. It's fucked up. Malachi, take this one.
Yes, sir. My favorite player in the NBA was on the road to win his 5th NBA MVP award in year 18, but father injury came knocking at the door. Yeah, I'm not concerned. I am disappointed that he won't get his MVP. And what's crazy to me is he's been in the MVP conversation all his career. He should have way more MVPs than this. He only has 4, which is really ridiculous. He's been the best player in the league. He's been the most valuable player in the league since he came in the league. I don't understand how he only has 4, but they don't want to give it to him every year because that'd be cheating, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, I'm not concerned. LeBron, take your time, get back. The Lakers are probably going to take a little slide in the standings. They're at number 4 right now. They're probably going to drop down to like 6, 7. They might even be in that play-in tournament when it comes towards the end of the year because Anthony Davis is out as well. But I'm not concerned. The Lakers are going to repeat this year no matter who comes out the West or who comes out the East. LeBron is getting his 5th ring this year. So let's get
it's just a bad picture of my man, too. Man.
Thank you, Rich Paul, Malachi.
You vote. Oh yeah, sign me up on the team, my baby.
But that's it for our quick hits this week. Let's hit the comments one more time.
Is there?
I got Von Wink saying that maybe Conspiracy Brothers spoke to Aretha Franklin doing a seance.
He just might have. He was delivering a message. I don't know, but I think he was delivering a message.
And he also corrected Jake. No, I think Daniel was a supermarket.
Yeah, supermarket.
Yeah, it was a supermarket.
Yeah, I mean, they constantly trying to shoot up places. It's hard to keep track. It's hard to keep track.
And what made it so bad, it was like a week after another shooting. You know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it don't matter wherever a lot of people are at, they gonna shoot that motherfucker up. Yeah. Anything else, guys?
Yeah, DJ Touch, he said utterly ridiculous. The police spokesman, whoever he was, said the shooter was having a bad day.
That was the one before.
That was the one in Atlanta.
Which goes to the point right here.
Having a bad day, and then you're gonna take some people's lives.
Yeah.
That's all we got. Thanks for everybody rocking with us.
She wrote this.
I didn't see that one.
Awesome.
That's just a fraud.
Derek Jackson is a narcissistic fraud. I hope his wife leave his ass and take most of his finances with her. Got to suffer the consequences of his action like he frequently preaches.
You know what? She bring a good point. And what he did, too, he's so fucking stupid. Because they married, what he did a recorded document that she can utilize in court. You fucking nut.
Great point, actually. That is an excellent point.
Yeah.
Retarded.
Yeah.
She still shouldn't have wore that bonnet.
Yeah. Yeah, but she ain't the super noodle in this. So,
but you know what though? Hold on. Her wearing the bonnet makes her look like the victim because she ain't all dialed up. She looked like she been going through it. I think that bonnet is working to her favor, bro.
But let's
shit on the bonnet if you want.
Let's move on. I don't want to talk about this nigga no more. Let's move on to the gym of the week. Tone, take it away, please.
Hip Hop Undercover, as you know and you see, it's on Hulu. Have I watched it? I'll be honest with you, I haven't. I don't get into all these hip hop shows.
You research.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do research on this, brother. I'm telling you, I am hip hop. So, all right, this is a great show that's on Hulu. You know, I've seen clips to the show. I have to say that the documentary itself, it covers a lot of people on there. They got what's his name? Haitian Jack, Big U. They got a lot of these real known producers, and they talk about their story. They even got Trick on there, and they talk about different things that has happened in hip hop. It's an original documentary series on Hulu. It's called Hip Hop Undercover. Check it out. It's on Hulu, also on FX. So if you into hip hop as much as the fellas and myself is, check that thing out. And that's it for what you up on, gang? Oops, I'm sorry. Gym of the week. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Dan corrected you wrong too.
Yeah.
I thought you said quick hit. My bad.
No, it's Gym of the week. It's Gym of the week.
Okay.
Put us up on game about something you didn't watch. Yeah. Anyway.
Thank you, Jake.
Anyway, like all that Matrix shit you was talking.
Right. Exactly.
What Matrix shit? What you talking about?
We was making fun of this nigga about not watching the Matrix.
No, I saw the clip. I saw the trailer to it, but I didn't watch the show.
Yeah, I know, man.
I did this. I did this.
OG. Yeah.
Anyway, that's our show for this week.
I saw a snippet of
Money,
of
Power,
Matrix.
Respect. That's our show for this week. Money, Power, Respect, episode 49. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Any last thing to say? Any last thing to say, fellas? Tone?
Do your research.
April 17th, Dear Future Husband, premiere. Be there or be square, your boy in it. Don't you want to see me do my thug thizzle? All right, then.
I don't know what's up with Facebook, man. But they got to get their shit together. You know what I'm saying? We blowing this bitch up. Also, that's a plug. If you on Facebook and it's not working, come to the YouTube page and you can see everything we done on the YouTube page. That's Mask Off YouTube page. Come there. You'll see all our episodes, everything we have done. It's all compiled there. Check us out. You know what I'm saying? And also everybody that's been rocking with us, that's on Planet Ant YouTube and that's on Planet Ant Facebook, bring your ass over here.
Mask Off Podcast, no spaces on YouTube.
Yes, and that with that being said, we out.
Money, power, and respect through the hard way.